Not to put you on the spot, but are you going to say something funny?
Do I always say something funny?
You are really good at funny to like open us up.
Now I feel under pressure.
I told you I didn't want to put you.
I know, and now you've gone and done it.
But I did it anyway.
It's fine.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah. Happy Monday.
It's
Monday. Just another manic Monday. See? I'll sing today. I wish it was Sunday.
I love
because that's my fun day. All right, now I'm done.
So many trigger words, like
all of them.
Yeah,
I will sing anything.
I have a few that I like on repeat that I sing to the kids, especially, like leaving the lights on in every room of the house.
Every light in the house is on.
I'm glad you took that because I'm not a good singer.
Oh, stop it. I'm sure you're a wonderful singer.
No.
Anybody can sing. You just gotta do it.
I can sing. I'm just not, it's not a good sound.
You gotta have better confidence, Kate. We're gonna have to go karaoke sometime.
Listen.
Oh my goodness.
In my car I have confidence.
We'll do it. We'll go karaoke.
Maybe we should shoot you every time.
I just wanted to once. I just wanted to look one time, guys.
Maybe we shoot a podcast in the car.
That could be fun. Like a little road trip pod.
Be a little.
That might have to be next cheer season. Next time we go somewhere.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
Molly put me on the spot the other day and was like, "Who's your favorite mom that you've traveled with?" I love them all, Molly.
I love them all.
And it is true. I wouldn't travel with someone that I thought, oh.
Yeah. You've traveled with more than I have. I think I've only traveled with 2. I travel with my sister a lot, though, and she's my favorite because she's my sister, and she will carry my baby and carry my bags, and
I will carry your baby.
She's just, no, I know you will. You did too. You were great. My sister, I feel like
she's your sister.
I know she's going to be listening too. I can be bossy to her without it being like
bitchy.
Yes. So that's why.
I get that.
I love you, Madeline.
You have to define that. You have like a lot of sisters.
I do. I have 7.
And then
2 brothers.
Out of all those kids, they only managed 2 boys?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. Same mom and dad. We're all.
Are the boys married yet?
AJ is on his way to be married.
How's the sister-in-law like? I would think that a boy raised with 8 other girl siblings would be very like in tune to.
He is a good boy. Honestly, both of my brothers, look, here I go, all of my siblings are great. But AJ is a really good boy. He's a jokester. Mm-hmm. Austin is probably the more in tune with, but he's a little, Austin's a little woo-woo, so I love that about him, you know?
I don't know what woo-woo.
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 Woo-woo, like, you know, spiritual, in tune, you know, plants, herbs. Like, he's very, he's woo-woo and in tune with the feminine, I guess you would say.
Got it.
My husband's going to hate that I said all this. He's going to be like, oh my gosh, there she goes, talking about the woo-woo.
Oh, he can just calm down.
He'll be fine. But yeah, both my brothers they're sweet. They're both very sweet.
I said calm down, and this is a totally different subject, but like, is it a trigger for you when someone tells you to calm down?
No, I literally almost started singing Taylor Swift when you said that.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
You need to calm down.
Yeah, you need to calm down. Yeah, I make it a joke. Being too loud. Yeah.
Like if Michael doesn't do it. Like I will say Michael does not tell me I need to calm down.
Oh, because it will make you like not calm down.
yes, if you're upset about something
Mm-hmm.
and you start to get worked up and you like somebody tells you to calm down, it
Yeah.
just like there's this immediate trigger that's like I want to rage now.
No, I
Like
don't do that.
it's quite the opposite of calming down.
I know what you mean. I know lots of people that do that. It's a pretty normal thing, I feel, for
Yeah.
people to be triggered by calm down. I am calm. Like, you
Yeah.
just made me angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm angry. I
Right.
wanted, oh,
Mm-hmm.
so I worked, talk about make me angry and like flip a switch. I worked Lucas Oil this weekend. I probably shouldn't have said all of that, but
I know, as soon as you said it,
fine.
my eyes were like, "Marp."
It's fine. As a concession volunteer,
Mm-hmm.
and it was for the NCAA March Madness
Yeah.
stuff. There were 7 of us, and we were all girls that worked in the stand.
Okay.
One of the girls was single, and these 2 guys came up before the first game started. We worked 2 games.
Okay.
Before the first game started. And the one guy was apparently his like wingman.
Oh, okay.
He was wingman in the
If you
one
will.
dude.
Okay.
And the single guy was ordering from the single girl, and the guy was like, "We're not leaving until one of you gives my buddy your Snapchat."
Oh, wow.
And I'm like,
Okay, sir. Calm down.
first of all, how old are we?
Right.
Because that sounds like something that Jake's friends would do.
Yeah.
But apparently in your 20s, that actually is something that you like
Interesting.
give out. It's not your phone number, it's your Snapchat,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So they kept coming. I did not, don't worry, I did not give out my Snapchat.
Oh, I never had a
Barely.
doubt in you that you did that.
But the single girl did, and that was fine. The one guy and her were like super cute together. Like, maybe,
oh, really?
Maybe a match made in heaven, maybe not. I haven't followed up to see if they've talked anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But the other guy, they got progressively drunk throughout the night.
Of course.
Served them. We hadn't overserved them, so I kind of wonder if they had like shots or something that they were taking.
Right.
But the one guy came back and got loud with, he kept looking at me and he's like, "You have the most beautiful eyes." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." Like trying to be polite, whatever. He finally, after hitting on me for like an absurdly amount of time, where I reminded him several times he was married,
right,
and he knew
you were
I
married.
was married, and not interested, like didn't give him my name.
None of it.
Not doing anything but like trying to be polite because you are a customer.
Right.
He finally walks away. So I go to the back and I'm like doing dishes, whatever. I hear them come back and I'm staying in the back because I don't want it.
Right. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. And I'm like, the one guy can just hit on the one girl and that's whatever. But it became increasingly uncomfortable for like literally everyone else in the stand. And our friend Danielle came back and was like, "He's not leaving and I don't know what to do." And I was like, "I can't leave to go get security because
you have to stay in the..."
No, it's not even that. But like if I left, I'd be then like, at least if I'm in the back, I had a wall dividing me and him.
Yeah.
If I left to like whatever. So I'm running water and I could hear him through the like concession area and then through the kitchen. And I was like, I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
And
goodbye.
I come flying around the corner and I was like, "You need to leave. You are so loud and you are being so inappropriate. And I have reached my fill. I thought you would go on your own, but apparently you're not. I didn't want to be a bitch, but here we are.
Right.
You're getting the bitch. Go."
Yeah.
Turns out they got kicked all the way out of the stadium.
Oh, really?
Because they were so loud. I guess they went like on down the road and they were loud down there and security was like, "You guys are..."
Oh, wow.
Dunzos.
Yeah, they probably had some sneaky shots or something to be that loud and disruptive.
So
we will have to follow up on the single gal if she
Yeah.
talked to the other guy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it was a very adventure-filled night.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
I'm glad I wasn't there.
And leaving, we have like a long walk to the car, and when we were leaving, I'm always on a mission.
Mm-hmm.
When it's time to
It's
go,
time to go.
it's time to go.
Right.
And Danielle's like, my legs are so little compared to yours.
I feel her. That's how I feel all the time.
She's like running through this parking lot. Anyway, one of the we had a ton of leftover food. One of the women was like, I'd like to give some of these hot dogs to the homeless. But then she didn't, we're not supposed to.
Oh, okay.
It's very illegal to take the food out.
Oh, okay.
And somehow Danielle ended up with this bucket of hot dogs that she for this other woman, and I'm running. She's dropping hot dogs in the parking lot. She's like, the hot dogs. And then all the people were leaving, and she was like, maybe I can just give these hot dogs to some of these people. I was like, no, just set the bucket down and forget about it. Like, we shouldn't have left with it. Just set it down
leave
and
the hot dogs.
And she's like, I don't want to. Then somebody's gonna yell at me and blah blah blah. I was like, just leave it. So
did she leave the hot dogs?
No, but there was this poor little 20-something coming out of the game after a defeating loss for Purdue, and there's a ton of Purdue fans.
I'm like, I didn't even know what happened. Purdue lost.
The guy's walking out, and Danielle's like, do you want a hot dog? And she starts running at him. And he literally starts running away from her, and she just goes faster. I was like, Danielle, please leave this poor boy alone.
It was the adrenaline from the late night.
It was the adrenaline from the late night. It was the running. We got a little lost. I get turned around in that stadium.
Mm-hmm.
We had to double back.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
I'm cruising. We lost 2 people. I was like, they've got to learn to keep up.
I'm coming on your next adventure.
It was really something. So,
ooh, I'm sleepy.
Don't be sleepy.
I know, I'm trying not to be.
Do you need a Dr. Pepper? Do you need your coffee?
No, you want to hand me my coffee?
Because
I'm disabled.
You're
Thank
not
you.
disabled. You just have a baby.
Mm-hmm. I have a sleeping baby.
Anyway, that was our funny night of.
I love that. My Friday night was not that eventful. I'm like, I don't even know what I did. I went to bed.
Good for you.
Yeah. Nothing exciting happened. Literally nothing.
Well, I was quite sleep deprived after that late night. And then I just had a lot of like stressors last week and a lot of to-dos that kept me up. You look sleep deprived today.
I am my baby was up quite a bit last night. So we have not figured out how to sleep all night long yet, which is fine. So she had one day last week where she was awake for 2 hours in the middle of the night. We haven't had another one of those, but that's hard. She's been struggling a little bit here and there. So
I feel like breastfed babies though don't usually sleep.
Iris did. Iris started sleeping through the night at 6 months old, but it's fine.
You got lucky.
I did. But I think that's the thing with your first baby.
Your first baby always tricks you into thinking,
yeah,
like, this is the
all babies are great,
and I can do this over and over again.
Which she is great. I love her. I love her so much. Look at her little face.
I know.
But yeah, perfect. I'm like, she don't want to sleep all night. And back to babies, Iris would go to anyone. Everyone was her friend. She loved all people. And Amira's like, where's my mom?
Yeah.
Where's my mom? I need her. Thank you.
Yeah. So Jake was not a breastfed baby. Mm-hmm. I tried and I beat myself up. We'll have to like talk about all of that kind of stuff on one of our podcasts, but I ended up just formula feeding him. Mm-hmm. The girls, when I found out that I was having twins, I literally looked at Michael and was like, we cannot afford to diaper 2 babies and buy formula for 2 babies. Yeah. So I don't know what I have to do, but I'm going to figure this shit
like I'm going to do it.
Because I'm not washing diapers. As
Yeah.
much as I love our environment, I am not switching to cloth diapers.
I wish I had done that both times, but alas, it's convenient to not.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's convenient too.
I don't know.
I don't know because I never got to do it.
When so they were I pumped
Mm-hmm.
exclusively with the girls. But they didn't sleep through the night until they were 1 and I switched them to milk.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping the more she starts eating, we'll see. I mean, for now, she's my baby and I'm enjoying it. I'm here, but I am very sleep deprived most days, and that's what we moms do. We're not dying, we're moms. It's fine.
You're right. And I feel like the sleep deprivation unfortunately like never ends. Like there's always something else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when they're babies, it's because they need to eat or because they're regressing their sleep, whatever.
Yeah.
But like
They get older, they get scared, they want to come get in your room in the middle of the night.
You're stressing about whatever. You forgot to wash the purple shirt for Purple Shirt Day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what movie that is?
No.
Where the daughter freaks out because she didn't have a purple shirt for Purple Shirt Day.
I don't know what movie that is.
Stepmom with Julia Roberts and Susan Sarandon. It's such a great movie.
I haven't seen that in such a long time. Long time.
It's heart-wrenching.
Mm-hmm.
But such a good
Yeah,
movie.
that's an old movie.
Listen, it's not that
No,
old.
I mean, it's an old movie, Kate. It is.
Are we ASMR?
I didn't want you to be offended or tell you to calm down, but it's an old movie.
But I think it came out when I was in college, so it can't be that old.
You're right. It's fine.
IMDb it. You have your phone.
What?
IMDb it.
Oh. Okay.
Tell me when it came out. I bet you're right. I bet it was like probably
It's
2000 and then like 2, 3.
Here we go.
Anyway, as you look it up, the sleep deprivation, just like there's always something that keeps us up.
Excuse me. It's true. Whether there's last minute things you have to get done, you've been living in that world, haven't you? All right.
Oh.
Julia Roberts, Susan Sarandon, stepmom. Are you ready? Because I was going to say it was in the 90s.
It's in the 2000s.
1998. Old. I have seen this movie. It's an old movie.
You were like 7 when that movie came out.
Yeah.
I was like 15.
Yeah. I was like, I was a kid. I remember, that's why I don't remember that, because I remember this movie, but I don't remember enough about it to be like,
that is a rewatch movie.
I'll have to watch it
soon. It is really just a good movie.
So, my husband is sending me pictures of kangaroos.
Why?
I mean, he's working today.
Where is he that there are kangaroos?
Yeah, look, I think he's just like, kangaroos.
Is that at the zoo?
No, that looks like he's on a property line or something. He's somewhere. I'll ask him.
Kangaroos just at their property.
I'm gonna be like, where are you at? The pod needs to know.
The pod needs to know. Also, they probably don't need to know.
Oh no, they don't need to know.
No. Yeah. Sleep deprivation.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm sorry, guys.
Also contributing to my sleep deprivation has been my period. Like,
does that make you stay up later?
It just makes me not rest.
Yeah.
The way that I usually rest.
Right.
I think. And then, yeah, my sleep isn't as good
when you're menstruating.
My whole body just is not the same.
It's not. Should we give a warning for the men listening?
Let us just say, like, if you are not female and you don't want to know about periods,
we're going to talk about it for a minute.
We're going to talk about it, and if you want to be educated a little bit more,
here we are.
Then you can stick around, but let's talk about it.
Yeah, so your body.
My period. First of all, it's like one of those, I've had my period now longer than I haven't had my period.
Yeah.
Like
Same for me. Ew, that's terrible to think
Isn't
about.
that like,
Wow.
you've also
Ugh.
probably been driving longer
Yeah.
than you haven't been driving, and that's kind of wild to think about too.
Yeah.
Because you probably got your period before you started driving.
I got my period right like a week after my 13th birthday. It was Christmas. I got it on Christmas Eve and I turned 13 in December.
Aw.
And it was like period story.
Is that like seventh grade for you? Or
Yeah,
sixth?
6th grade I think at the time cuz I'm in the beginning. Anyways, back in the day, places closed on Christmas.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know if people know that, like Christmas Eve, Christmas, the day after Christmas, like everything is closed.
Yes.
So also my mom was pregnant all my life, so she never had period stuff. Okay. So I'm the oldest. I was the first kid to start my period. We're driving to my grandma's house, who lives out of state. And that was when I started my period in the car. And I didn't know what was
Oh,
happening.
no.
Oh yeah, I had a story. And we get there to my grandma's house, who my grandma hasn't had a period in years either. So no one can go to the store because by the time we get there, it's like late on Christmas Eve. Everything's closed. And my grandma lives out in the boonies out of state too.
Yeah.
Like it's not like she lives in a populated town. Like it's small, like everything's far away. So long story short, yeah, Christmas Day, I have nothing but toilet paper. It's my first time. I thought something was wrong with me, crying because I didn't know what was going on.
Nobody prepped you for it?
No, not nar. Right,
Mrs. Van
mom.
Holten.
No, stop. That's my married name. My mom's name is.
I'm pretty sure that our names are like public record at
Oh
this
yeah,
point.
it's fine.
So it's fine.
Anyways, no.
You're right, though. That is not your maiden name. Molly's mom.
Long story short, I don't know if it was my dad or my grandpa, I can't remember, but they went the day after Christmas to get like pads and came back with panty liners. So that was my first period, and it was a lot of toilet paper that was wasted in those 3 days
Oh,
for me, being a young, fresh 13-year-old girl.
did you not have like a period talk at school?
I was homeschooled.
Oh my gosh, your mom really did not
Yeah,
prepare you at all.
She messed me up.
You poor thing.
Well, and like even now, because I have Iris, obviously, and like she will know when I'm on my period. But
Yeah.
again, my mom didn't have periods
She
because she was always pregnant.
I tell the girls all of it. I'm like,
hmm Yours, it'll probably be coming up soon or any day
My
now.
end.
Your children.
oh, my kids.
Your children.
That you were talking about menopause.
Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not doing you. I'm not doing you like that, Kate.
Yeah. So they just had the talk at school, like the Friday before
Mhm.
spring break. They had the puberty talk. And it was interesting because like they got in the car afterwards, and I had also picked up my friend Ray's son, and
Ooh,
they all had like they separate the boys and the girls,
right.
But I was like, oh guys, how was the talk?
hmm
And Carlo was like,
I don't want to talk about it.
there was a lot. It was a lot.
Mm.
And I was like, girls, and they were like, it was fine. I said, did you guys learn anything that you didn't already know? And my girls were like, nope.
I love that.
And Arlo was like, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is interesting because I thought that like I'm pretty confident that Ray like tells them. So I'm sure that they probably earmuffed everything that their mom had been telling them for so long.
I feel like it's different for a boy and a girl too.
Probably. But I talked to Ray this last week, and I was like, how's Arlo recovering from the puberty talk? And she goes, he still won't talk about it. I have no idea.
Yeah, I just feel like boys don't. Yeah.
To like divulge any information.
My kids had one of those at school, but it wasn't necessarily, it was more like the body parts and touch predator like type things.
Yes.
And it was like Iris thought it was all funny. Not like, haha, this is funny, but like the body part names are funny. And Orion's all like, I don't want to talk about it. It's weird.
It's weird.
So I think that's just a boy girl thing.
It could be.
But
I mean, I feel like even that with Michael and me, like Michael's a little bit more private, and I'm like, vagina.
No, literally. I taught Iris vagina in penis when she was like 2.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, this is what this is. If anyone touches, like, no one,
Yes.
only mommy
Oh,
or
gosh.
daddy for what, like,
Yes.
2
Like,
years old. Because
because
she was going potty. Like, she potty trained. So I was like, we're talking about it. This is what's happening.
I remember, oh gosh, this is a funny story. And totally off the subject of periods, I want to get back to
I know we're going to
periods,
circle back.
but I also like taught the girls and Jake like body part names because I'm like, you hear of things that happen, and part of why it goes unnoticed is because they're not using like proper terminology.
Right.
But the girls were in a daycare. They were probably 3, and it was when all of that like Larry Nasser, is that his name? That fucking creep from the gymnastics stuff that happened in Michigan where he like all that stuff about the girls in the gymnastics, that doctor.
I vaguely remember this, but I remember.
All of that had just rolled out in the news, and I was like, this is never gonna happen to
My kid, yep, nope.
Like, ever. So I would talk to the girls, like after their shower when it was appropriate. I'd be like, and this is this body part, and when we were talking about their vaginas and everything, I'd be like, and nobody ever touches those parts,
right?
But you guys,
right?
Like, and they were changed, like they weren't in diapers, so there was no reason for even like me to do that. Like, I was like, now if you need help wiping after going to like poop, like then mommy or daddy can help you. And sometimes your doctor will need to, but only after they talk to you and they talk to your mommy and daddy about it until you're an adult.
Right.
It's like, but other than that, no one touches it. So it's been a couple weeks. I'm going into daycare to pick up the girls. I'm storming in, at 5:50, high heels on, whatever. And I hear, "Excuse me, Mrs. Hart." And I was like, "Yes." Can we just have a moment of your time? There was an incident with Molly in the classroom. I said, "Yep." And if there's going to be an incident, of course it's with Molly. So I go in there, and I guess it was circle time. And one of the boys that she was sitting next to was very emphatic with his hands and threw them in the air and plopped him back down. And when he plopped him back down, he hit Molly in her lap. What's in your lap?
Your vagina.
Your vagina. And so she shoots her hand up and she's like, "Excuse me, teacher. So-and-so touched my vagina. Nobody touches my vagina but me. And sometimes my doctor, after a very long conversation with my mommy and daddy about it." And then, so they wanted to tell me about the incident, and that they then had to explain to all of the 3-year-olds what a vagina is. And I said, "I'm really sorry."
Right.
They probably should have already known that.
Right.
And proud of her for speaking up for herself.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, "Are we done here?"
Yeah.
They were like, "Well," and I was like,
"Nope. I don't know what you want from me." Like, I told my kid.
She didn't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
So she told.
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
Shame on the teacher for not just walking up to her and being like, "What's the problem, Molly?"
Right.
Like, and just.
I wonder, did she like reprimand her for that or anything? Or was she just like, "We don't say that"? Okay.
I think the teacher thought it was funny. The organization
itself was like, oofed.
Was not happy about it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, well.
It's important for kids to know those things. And I'll stand by that.
Yeah.
So, back to
periods.
Circle back, your body.
Yeah.
Not being the same rested during your period.
Yeah. And I'm not, I can feel my period coming on.
Yeah, me too.
By my mood. My temper, my patience.
Oh, do you get really angry?
I have like zero tolerance and zero patience. Like, this weekend, I went to the bathroom downstairs. I never go to the bathroom downstairs, but I was like, I yelled at Molly. I was like, can you go get me a pad from upstairs?
Mm-hmm.
And she comes back downstairs and she goes, I knew you were going to start your period soon. I said, why? And she goes, because you have not been a very nice mom. It's like,
wow, way to call you out.
Not that you've been like mean. She was like, it's just that it's like you just have no, I said, patience. She goes, yes. Like you're a lot calmer when you're not about to start your period.
I love that she recognizes that and notices that in you.
Yeah. And that she didn't like say anything in the midst of me being a bitch. She's just like, I'm just going to steer clear.
Right.
For a hot minute.
Moms, it's happening.
I wonder if they have a group chat between the 3 kids. Like, hey, mom's going to start her
That would be funny.
soon.
Your kids are like at that age where they would be doing things like that. It's kind of cute to think about.
I should do a phone check and see if they have it. I do random phone checks.
Mm-hmm. That's cute. I get really ravenous before my period. Like I'm like eating everything all day long. Like I cannot get enough food. That's probably my biggest tell that I'm about to start my period. And I do get annoyed. Like my mood is very much like, ugh, leave me alone.
Leave me
but
alone.
Then when I do start my period, I just want to rest. I don't want to do anything. I just want to relax. I don't want anyone to talk to me. I just want to lay down and be cozy.
I would like that.
And do nothing. It's hard. I can't. No, it's like that's what I want to do. I dream about doing that. Yeah. Like I will literally walk around the house and fantasize like, oh, I just want to sit on the couch and watch a movie. And eat
anybody else here.
Yeah, and eat some salty potato chips and chocolate chip cookies.
Or like takeout Chinese.
Oh my gosh, delicious. I haven't had takeout Chinese in a minute. But yeah, I'm just hungry and I just want to be cozy. And we have to go about and do all the things. You can't just lay around and be cozy.
That is like, sometimes don't you want to like scream at men like, I am doing all of this while losing an immense amount of blood.
Immense amount.
My body literally hurts. Mm-hmm. The amount of tired that I am is beyond your like capability of even processing, because I could sleep 8 hours and still be
tired. It's like you're fatigued.
Yes. Yeah, your body's like literally doing all of this work.
Mm-hmm.
And you just have to
power through it.
Yeah, maintain your normal life.
Mm-hmm. Take care of your kids, do things. Yeah. Women should, this will never happen. No. But women should get time off just for being on their periods. I
would agree with that.
Like, goodbye. I think I saw a TikTok the other day, and it was about like way back in the day when women were on their periods, they would have to leave the village, and the women that were menstruating would all go together. Like,
give me a fucking.
And yeah, they're like, do that now. Like, yeah. Yes. All the women that are menstruating go to a hotel, have snacks, lay in the bed. Like, wouldn't that be something? If we could just all be menstruating in the same place, just like lounging, being raging, and
also, like taking care of each other.
Yes, it's community. Happen. It would be, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like, who hurts worse?
Right. Oh. Who's cramping? Who needs a heat pad? Yeah. Who needs some food? Who needs some tea? Right. Midol? Tea. Yeah, red raspberry tea. Yeah. Wouldn't that be something if we could just do that? Get it together,
who
world.
Do we need to like talk to make that happen?
Maybe we could just start one ourselves and be like, husbands, we're doing this.
Get on board.
Get on board. It's PMS week. See you later.
I don't know what I would want more though, because it's almost like, so my period only lasts 3 days.
Mine is usually 3 days too. Sometimes maybe 4, but usually only 3.
And I do know there's women that go 7 days.
Yeah, there
longer.
Are. Mm-hmm.
Which I am so sorry for the women that have to deal with that.
I feel that too in my bones, because I have a couple sisters that are like that, and I'm just like, woofed.
But I feel like the week leading up to, I almost need, because you're functional the week leading up to.
Yeah.
You're just, not you, like in general. Like I am functional during my period too, but the week leading up, I'm this epic bitch. And yeah, I'm hungry too. I
Yeah.
want all the food. Like, move out of my way.
I'm coming.
I'm making some freaking bacon cheese fries.
Yeah.
And dipping it in my homemade ranch. I have the best ranch recipe.
I think I saw your ranch in the fridge, and I was going to ask you if you made that. So
yes,
I'm coming for your homemade ranch.
It's a cup of this special mayonnaise. It's like, it has a red lid, and it's almost like in Spanish. It's got a hint of lime in it. And it's not cheap mayonnaise, but the only thing I use it for is this ranch.
The ranch.
And then a pack of the Hidden Valley restaurant ranch. It makes the best ranch.
I'm going to have to try it. I'm imagining dipping French fries in it right now.
Everything in it. We had pizza last night. Michael and I both had a side of ranch for our pizza.
Delicious. We went. Look at us getting. I love our ADD sometimes.
Holy smokes!
I hope everyone else does.
I hope everyone else does.
I had pizza over the weekend, and I was not really feeling the pizza. And one of my sisters said it needs to be dipped in ranch, and I'm like, that would solve this pizza problem.
Yes,
as if it were being dipped in ranch.
Ranch solves a lot of problems.
Oh, so good.
Have you ever done like tortilla chips dipped in ranch and salsa?
And salsa, yes. That's a new thing I had never tried until I was around some of the cheer moms at Chili's.
The only place I do it at is Chili's.
And they were like,
Chili's
you have to dip the ranch in the salsa. Yes. And I was like, this is a game changer.
It really is.
Listeners, if you've never done that, go do it.
Chili's is the place to do that at.
They have good ranch.
They do have good ranch. That is like the ranch that I make. It's that runny, delicious-y, not like if you get too thick a ranch.
Yeah.
The kids will.
I love us right now.
I know people like Hidden Valley Ranch, and I don't want ranch from a bottle. I want like restaurant ranch that probably also came in a bottle, but for some reason it tastes better.
Right.
Actually, it was probably a giant.
It was huge jug. Huge jug.
Delicious. It's fattening and delicious.
Give it to us. We need the ranch.
Comes back though to me being on my period. Like,
so you are currently on your period?
I'm currently
look at us
on my period.
I'm look at me. I'm like, last week you were a bit ragey. You
also saw me eating.
You did eat a lot.
Every break we took, I was like, let me get a pepperoni.
Mm-hmm.
Let me have a piece
I forgot you were carrying around that bag of pepperonis.
Probably still would. It's in there in the refrigerator.
I brought some pepperonis today too.
They're a delicious little snack treat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, being a woman is rough with the body. I'm thankful. When I first started my period, I would get the worst cramps and like literally need a day to not do anything because I would cry and cramp on the bathroom floor so bad. And I feel that went away after I gave birth. Really? I don't get cramps at all anymore. At all.
I feel like this period wasn't bad, but the ones, my last few have been really, really bad.
Cramps,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm thankful.
Like wear a heat patch all the time. Here, let me get you that. Oh,
the coaster.
The coaster fell.
The coaster.
I went out to the garage. I was with Molly. And something happened. Something fell or something, whatever. And I was like, oh no, the table. It's broken. And Molly just looked at me and she goes, I don't think I've ever heard an adult say that. I was like,
we're funny sometimes, Molly.
Is it okay? She goes, I don't know if it was funny or cringy. Oh.
The slang these kids have these days.
Was it you that said cringe yesterday? And Macy was like,
did I?
I don't think adults ever said cringe before.
I only saw Macy for half a second yesterday.
No, it must have been Molly and Danielle on Saturday.
Yeah, because I saw Macy for literally half a second.
Yeah, then it was Molly and Danielle on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Danielle said something about being cringe, and Molly was like, adults don't say cringe.
Look, this big back thing, I am done with the kids.
I watched a TikTok of this woman.
I'm done with the big back.
This woman was like out doing her walk or whatever, and she was like, I have all these friends that are like don't wear two AirPods when you're walking. Don't do this. Don't do that. Like, you're going to get kidnapped. She was like, bitch, I'm 266 pounds. I'm a big back. Ain't nobody going to take me. I'll just lay down and roll like a crocodile. Plus, I wear lotion, so my skin is silky smooth. I be rolling. I'm a big back. Nobody taking me.
Last night, I was checking text messages on the kids' phone, and one of the girls that my daughter, one of the girls on the cheer team,
Yeah.
it has her name.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know which one it is.
Yeah. And there's like all the food emojis between like her name, food emojis, the food emojis, big food emojis, bag food emojis, then her last name. My husband saw that and he cracked up.
Is she one of
laughing.
The tiniest girls that you've ever met?
Tiniest girl.
Yes. Yes, I know exactly who it is, and it cracks me up.
She and another girl called Iris. They were like, Iris is the big back. What are the big Iris? I was like, Iris is not a big back.
No.
Like,
I guess though it means
they eat a lot.
They like food.
Yes, they're foodies.
None of our kids are foodies.
I thought it meant that you had a big behind.
Yeah.
Which that makes sense. Big back.
Yeah.
Okay. Little in the middle, but she got much back. I guess I'm old. You know, back, yeah. Big back. That's not what it means. Not a big booty.
All of our kids are standing. I'm just going to pause for 2 seconds. Yeah. We're not even going to cut this from the food.
Ignore them. Ignore them. They're not there.
Iris spilled water all over her and her
that sounds...
Why don't you just put her in some of your clothes? Honey, it's going to be better than her being in soaked clothes. And then we'll deal with it after the podcast.
Yep.
Also, what are you doing playing with water?
Oh, she was...
That was silly. Just go ahead and
put her in some of your
clothes. It's fine.
She'll be fine. It's just water. It's not soda or juice.
She's sitting there mouthing that she's so sorry for interrupting, and I could see her like, I am so sorry. But I'm like...
Molly or Iris?
Molly.
It's
Iris
okay.
Hasn't come downstairs.
She's probably embarrassed.
Soaked. Yeah.
It's okay. We have kids, guys. We're not dying. We're moms. They're here. It's spring break week 2.
Oh, gosh. I don't know if I can make it through a second week.
I know. We're doing... Yes, you can.
I mean, I can. It is the entertaining of the children. I will say my father-in-law is taking them for days this week. I think he's taking Molly to the park tomorrow.
Oh,
go like hiking, and then he's taking...
That'll be fun.
Jake and Macy one day to go, like, not to Topgolf, but like a Topgolf fish
type thing.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. I'm sorry. For the people watching on YouTube, I feel like I've yawned 30 times.
I think you're doing okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Am I boring you?
No, I think I'm just a CP bear.
CP bear.
I'm just a CP bear.
That's fair.
That's it. But yeah, we're going to make it through this week. I feel like we did a lot with the kids last week, and I don't really have any plans this week.
We can do that water park thing again, maybe.
If they're open?
Yeah. That might be worth it.
I feel like it was definitely worth it.
They were so tired afterwards, too.
Mm-hmm. I loved it. Even Amira was tired, and she didn't even get in the water.
I was tired, and I didn't get in the water.
Yeah. It was nice and humid in there.
Oh, I loved how warm it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, water parks for kids when it's cold or winter, indoor, it's nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm disappointed that it got cold again here.
I was really hopeful it was going to be warm this week, but it is not.
It's not.
It's windy.
It's gross.
It's dark. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's nap weather.
It is. I can agree with that. I had one more thing. I don't have an easy way to transition to it, but I want to talk about like how we as women can be so self-deprecating. Because that came up. It comes up with you a lot. I've noticed.
I do
I
do
call
that
you
a
out
lot.
on it.
You do.
I know I do it to myself. But then I heard Molly do it yesterday.
Oh no.
So like what I'm talking about is like as women, I feel like we're so quick when we make a mistake to be like, "Oh, I'm so dumb."
Yeah, I'm so stupid. I can't believe I did that. Oh, I'm sorry.
And Molly did that yesterday. She was doing something, and I was like, "Oh, Molly, you don't have to do it that way. You can just do it this way." Like, I just
Mm-hmm.
pointed something different out to her, and she was like, "Ugh, I'm so dumb." And I was like, "No, you're
Ugh,
not."
yeah.
Like, and she was like, "Yeah, that was dumb." And I was like, "No, it wasn't dumb." Like,
Mm-hmm.
and even if what we did was dumb, it doesn't mean that we're
You are dumb.
dumb. And I
Gosh.
feel like we're so quick to like, and then I think she had to have learned that from me. Like,
Oh, yeah. They're always watching
I
us.
had to have said, "Oh, I'm so dumb."
Mm-hmm.
And
I know I do it.
I know I do it as just an excuse of like, and over the stupidest things. Like, the stupidest things, I'll be like, "Oh, I'm so dumb."
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because
I don't know why we do that. It's like we have this expectation
yeah,
for ourselves.
like I put a cup in the wrong spot.
Yeah, or you put something in the fridge that doesn't belong in the fridge.
Yeah, and then you're like, "I'm so dumb." No, you're not dumb. You're just like busy.
Yeah.
Here she
No.
goes.
Oh, she's fine. She said,
Hey
"Where
girl,
am I?"
hey.
She said, "Where am I?"
Yeah, and I hate that like that's what we fall to because men don't do that. Like, you don't
Mm-mm.
hear men be like, "Ugh, I'm so dumb," when they like
Yeah.
make a little mistake. They just sometimes they won't even like acknowledge that they made the mistake because
Right.
it's so minuscule
Or
that
they'll
they
just
can
go and
just
fix it.
fix it.
Yeah.
Which usually we're fixing it as we're like, "I'm so dumb."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that we just, me personally anyways, it's I have this I can do it all and I can do all these things, and then it's something which we can't, but
But we do.
in my head I'm like, I can do this, or I put this on X, Y, and Z on my plate and it's all fine. But it's silly things. It's like I can't even think of something right now because my mom brain is so burped, but I don't know why we do that. And I've heard both of my kids talk about themselves like that, like, "Oh, I'm dumb," or "Oh, I'm stupid." And it really upsets me because, like you said, they hear that from us.
Yeah.
Like they think about themselves like that because it's something that we said about ourselves. So I guess we have to do better. And how do we fix that? Like,
Yeah. Well, every time I hear it from like you, really any of my friends, I'm
mm-hmm.
always like, "Don't talk about my friend that way."
Yeah.
Like, that's the easiest way that I can think. Like, because I wouldn't want somebody else saying it to you. I don't want you saying it to you.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and when my kids are hard on themselves, I'm always like, your body is listening to you. Like your body believes what you say and what you tell it. You know,
oh,
it's true because
yeah.
you have to speak positively. And I try so hard to make sure that they know that. But yeah, why is it a struggle for me as well? So something to work on. It's really hard. Amira wants this mic.
She loves the
Ooh.
mics.
Ooh. Yeah, we gotta. I do. I just tell the kids, like, we gotta say, because I'm like, if they're a big thing they do is like, I can't do it, which is not necessarily the same as I'm so dumb. But I'm like, no, say that you
Oh,
can. Say you're learning. You're
that,
getting better. Like when you say you can't, your body's gonna believe you can't, and then you never will.
yeah. I don't like that. That is like one of Michael's biggest triggers, though, when the kids are like, "I can't do
Oh,
something."
it bothers me too, because I'm like, you can.
It bothers me, but like,
It's a big one
as
for
much
me
as
with the
like
kids.
somebody tells me to calm down, like Michael hearing one of our kids say I can't is like his like, "I'm going to show you right now that you
Yeah,
can."
you can.
Like,
You can do it.
yeah.
And you're not dumb if you can't get it the first time.
No,
It takes
it
practice.
does.
And you have to keep working at it.
Yeah.
Hey, Sweetie Pie Baby.
Oh, she is so cute. Look at
Isn't
her
she?
just pulling up.
Isn't she so cute?
I guess if she's done with her nap, that probably means that we're like abruptly done with the pod.
You got to pee, Kate?
I do.
I don't know if I said that last time or
I
not. If I
do.
did, sorry to
I
everyone.
don't think that you did. We have not yet talked about my tiny, tiny bladder on the pod. But yes, I will pee twice before we start just to make sure. And generally, as soon as we cut, I am running to the bathroom.
This is mom bladder. This is real life.
I've
this
had
is what we do.
3 babies sit on it. Actually, so our family group chat last week, we get this text from when Jake and Michael went to Detroit to watch the game.
Yeah.
We got this text from Jake, and he was like, we made it to Detroit. Guess how many times we stopped?
Uh-oh. Can
And
I guess?
yeah.
Oh, well, I'll let you. One.
None. They stopped none. And it's
how long is that drive?
It's like a 6-hour drive.
Wow.
And Jake was like, see, the problem is you guys. And I was like, the problem is me, Jake. I am the problem. But
it's me.
Let me tell you why I am the problem.
Because of you.
It's because of you and your sisters.
It's you.
Literally grew you in my body.
Right.
And do you understand what that did? And he was like, yeah, I wasn't talking about you, Mom. I was talking about the girls. And I was like, no. Every time the girls have to stop, I probably already needed to stop and was afraid.
You were waiting for one of the girls to say something.
Yes.
So you could go
because
pee.
if it had been much longer, I would have been like, baby, you need to pull over.
I go, I can't believe they drove 6 hours with no stops.
Peeing.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Good for them. But yeah, that was definitely a topic in the family group chat because
Mom's got, listen, it's the babies.
it is the babies.
It's the babies.
It's not the same as it once was. I could have gone hours in my 20s.
Yeah, for sure. Why are you so cute?
Anyway.
That'll be a topic one day.
We're not dying.
We're not dying. We're moms. Yeah. And see you next time.
We'll see you all next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. Oh, and you can email us.
Oh, we got the email wrong
yes.
last time. So yes. Kate
and Molly podcast at gmail.com.
Yes.
Yes.
And follow us on social channels.
Yeah. K&M pod.
Yeah.
At Instagram and TikTok.
Yes.
Yeah. But please email us. Send us anything you'd like us to talk about, topics, discussion, stories you have.
Yeah. I still want to talk about social media and cell phones. So if anybody wants to send in emails about that.
Yeah.
I would love to hear from.
Interact with us. We're here. We're ready.
Okay.
Anyways, until next time. We're not dying. We're moms.
We're not dying. We're moms.
Bye.
Bye.